Hey, everybody, it's your old pal Eric Zane for one of my new favorite sponsors, ExpressVPN. Look, going online without ExpressVPN, listen to this illustration. It's like leaving your laptop unattended at the coffee shop when you run to the bathroom. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I might actually do that. Anyway, most of the time you're probably fine. But what if one day you come out of the bathroom and the laptop is gone? You're like, oh, no. Anyway, the question might be easy. What is ExpressVPN all about? Look, every time you connect to an unencrypted network, cafes, hotels, airports, etc., your online data is not secure. Any hacker on the same network can gain access and steal your personal data, passwords, bank logins, you name it. And it doesn't take much technical knowledge to hack someone. Don't believe me? Look it up. Just some cheap hardware is needed. A smart 12-year-old could do it. My God. Your data is valuable. Hackers can make up to $1,000 a person selling personal info on the dark web. ExpressVPN stops hackers from stealing your data by creating a secure, encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. Tunnels are good. Now, it's true. It would take a hacker with a supercomputer over 1 billion years to get past ExpressVPN's encryption. And I didn't just pull that out of my you-know-what. Easy to use. Fire up the app and click one button to get protected. Every time I take my show on the road, I depend on ExpressVPN. I don't want my stuff exposed to some scumbag. Secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/Zane. That's expressvpn.com/Zane. And you get an extra 3 months free. expressvpn.com/Zane. Hey, what's going on, friends? My podcast every day is broken up into 2 parts on the free platform. The first part, Act 1, is right now. When it's all done, go right on over to Act 2 to get the second half of the podcast. Thank you so much for checking out my show. Hello to each and every one of you. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show podcast, originating from the Impact Power Sports studio. Impact Power Sports is amazing, first of all, because they support me. I love them for that. But if you want some fun at an affordable price, that's where you go. ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles. How about a lawnmower? A zero-turn radius lawnmower. Who wouldn't want that? I've always wanted one of those damn things. I'm so jealous of my neighbor. Looks like he's on a robot. Not to mention Michigan's newest dealer for Yamaha golf carts. Thank you so much. You can find them at impactpowersportsmi.com. The local sponsors, local and national sponsors powering the Eric Zane Show podcast. I teamed up with Mint Mobile. Some of you may notice that. You may have heard me doing ads for Mint Mobile. That's Ryan Reynolds' company. I just partnered with them for like 6 months. That's a good group over there, Mint Mobile. A very affordable way to get everything you get when you're signed up with the big-ass fucking phone companies. Very, very affordable way. Okay, so welcome in. So glad you are here. I got a lot of the usual suspects. Thank you so much. Kenny is off to a rough start, and we don't like that. Kenny the Punisher having a rough morning is not good. And what he does is he pays with his own hard-earned money for a subscription. Either that or he uses his Amazon Prime on Twitch so that he doesn't get the ads. He's subscribed to it. That's the way it's supposed to be. And this poor guy, it just screws him in the butt every single time. So now he's getting ads that he shouldn't be getting. My apologies. I don't know. It's a glitch in the matrix. But don't you worry about it. Taz 1965 says that's who my carrier is. You're okay. You're talking about Mint Mobile? Oh yeah, man. Oh my God, who if you want to save serious cash on your mobile service, you reach out to Mint Mobile. There's an ad that plays on my audio podcast, this podcast, which becomes the audio podcast. And there's like a code you can put in, and you get like some fucking sale or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it is. Listen to the audio version of this when I post it. And you'll be off and running. Yesterday was a first in the annals of a Big Fraud show. We did a Big Fraud Wednesday, Ben Glaze, myself, and you, the audience, on Patreon. Ben had so many clips to review on Who Are These Free Beers that we added 15 minutes to the show. We went for just shy of 1 full hour on Who Are These Free Beers. Ben Glaze and myself reviewing moments on the show. And my God, did we have fun doing that. There were numerous examples of what the fuck are you doing over there? Greg parked on, there was a moment that Ben got clips from when he said, all right, guys, I'm going to tell you what a raindrop name is. And that's shit that no one's ever heard before. And he goes, a raindrop name is a 4-letter name with 2 syllables. And I'm not kidding you. That was it. And then, like, the rest of the crew is like, okay, like Gary or Eric, I guess, is a raindrop name. And it was unbelievable. It was one of the most dead-end topics I've ever heard discussed on in any format. It almost seemed like they had made a bet to come up with the most dead-end type of thing to talk about on the show, resulting in 0 laughs, 0 conversation, 0 anything interesting. And oh my God, could not believe it. I think that was probably the that was the most incredible thing. And I parked on this on the show. I was like, you have to decide before you turn on the mics that you're committed to this topic. And that simple foresight is in play, yet the decisions are still being made to do it, to go with raindrop name. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Huh? God. So we had a great time talking about that. On the free platform, I will post a free clip of Who Are These Free Beers. And it will be available for you to check out. I do have news today because I was chit-chatting with Kelly's ex-husband, Ross. He's a really nice guy, by the way. He and I talk a lot. And I'll be totally transparent with you. He said to me, EZ, I don't want you to share any of what I have to tell you. That's going to be my story to tell. And I said, of course, buddy, no problem. But the one thing he did tell me just about a month ago, he said to me, because one thing you can talk about is Kelly's getting her own show with Maitland called Girl Date with Kelly and Mate. So what did I do? Immediately took that information and made it. I talked about it on this show right here. Kelly and Maitland are getting a show. Well, I was told it was starting right after their vacation. It did not. So I'm thinking, I guess I'm going to look like a fucking idiot here. I was just chit-chatting with Ross, and he texted me this morning and said, EZ, today is the day that they are going to announce Girl Date with Kelly and Mate. Her own show, their own show on Mix 95.7. I said, oh, yeah? I go, how, does she tell you these things? And, because that's weird, because don't you two, like, fight all the time? And he goes, no, well, she told me that they were going to announce it on the day that they did their Kids Food Basket fundraiser radiothon. And today is the day for that. So from what I hear, which is secondhand information, today is the day that they are going to make that known about Girl Date with Kelly and Mate. And that's awesome, first of all, because, two things. Kelly needs a bigger platform. She needs to be on more shows. She needs to be doing more things. And she's on another radio station. That's very good for her. I sure hope they're paying her because, as I've talked about, I've said many times she's underpaid. Now, unfortunately, she's paired with Maitland, who is, this is all professional. This is not personal. She appears to be very, very sweet. In fact, I know people that know her. They say she's an angel. And beauty like you wouldn't believe. One of the most beautiful young ladies that has ever walked the face of the earth. But has no business being in front of the cameras, in front of the microphones person. She needs to be a behind-the-scenes person. She does not have the chops to be on any radio show. She's just not. She's underqualified. So she's going to be on that show, so that's kind of a bummer. Perhaps they're going to figure it out as they go along, and she will improve. She can't get worse. She is that miserable at presenting. It's just awful. Not to mention, she's got this childlike voice that has no impact whatsoever. None. Okay? Jeremy describes Maitland as a pretty version of Steve. Yes, a lady pretty version of Steve. And she shouldn't feel bad about this because Steve has no business. Same thing, but worse. Steve is the absolute worst. I think I don't know who's more boring, him or Hot Wings. Tough to say. I'll tell you this. If you were to take any member of the Free Beer and Hot Wings show, most of the people on that show will never get another job in radio ever again. And if they do, it'll be because of their name, not because of their talent. With the exception of Kelly. Like I've said before, she is a driving force. She's a dynamo. She moves content. She's interesting. Very rare, in my opinion. Hot Wings, no way is that guy ever getting another job. Steve, impossible. Steve, I can guarantee, you know what Steve is worried about? Since there's a big age difference between him and Free Beer and Hot Wings, them retiring. When they wrap it up, this guy's fucking sunk. He's got nothing. All right. Girl Date with Kelly and Mate is supposed to be announced today. It'll be on Mix 95.7. The other bit of good news about that show is that, well, at least once we can review it. It might be great. It might be not like the pile of shit that Free Beer and Hot Wings is. Two things make a show unreviewable. One, it's good. Two, it's so maddening that the juice is not worth the squeeze, as our old pal Julius used to say. Steve and Kyle. So goddamn difficult to clip that show. Wow. All right. So that is kind of like some big news going on right now. And I hope to get confirmation of that. Because I am tired of waiting to get the announcement about Girl Date with Kelly and Mate, which I announced 1 month ago after Ross tipped me off. And that's the only thing I've said about Ross, other than that I talked to him. Hartman 810 says, laughy emojis, this is rough. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you new? Welcome. More specific, please. I'm curious as to what's rough. TikTok Garbage says, why so obsessed over free beer and Kelly? Well, first of all, my audience is very interested in anything free beer and hot wings and Kelly, without a doubt. If they weren't so goddamn interested in this, and I wasn't able to make a living doing it, I don't think there would be any motivation to do that. And besides, it's just fun to talk about. At the end of the day, I built that goddamn show. And to see it go up in flames the way it is right now is very entertaining. So anybody that's ever seen my show, who are these free beers, or listened to it on Patreon, they know. So those are the people that I am speaking to. TikTok says, nah, you in love with Kelly. Well, yeah, who wouldn't be? I'm stuck in the middle. I do love Kelly. I've made that clear many, many times. She's the only one talented on that show. She's massively underpaid. All right. Welcome to you. Kenny says, you're damn right you built it. It would have never had that success without you there back in the day, but that's just my 2 cents. TikTok says, you have a wife. Oh, no, I don't want you to think that it's like a physical attraction. I'm just excited for her future as a talent on a professional level. She is second to none. I've talked about that for years now. I don't want you to mistake my love of Kelly's ability to be a broadcaster with physically. No, I'm not interested, but thank you. Kenny says, where is this TikTok person? I don't see this. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's sneaking in somehow, and I see it showing up on my screen, but not on the group chat. So that's weird. Okay. We have got to get into the story about ISIS trying to blow up everybody at the Taylor Swift concert in Vienna, Austria. Swift packed 3 nights worth of stadium shows. Tyler says that person is probably through YouTube or Facebook. TikTok Garbage, I think that is right. Says, bye, LOL. Well, okay, thanks for being here. Check back next time. You're welcome to visit us anytime. So the Swift shows are going down this weekend. I think the first one was supposed to be tonight. They're now canceled. You're looking at probably 300,000 people would be through the turnstiles. Okay. In Vienna, the authorities there figured out that a 19-year-old dude and a 17-year-old dude were going to do a terror attack. And side note, it seems to me like other countries have a better handle on matters of security. If for a Taylor Swift show, the authorities can figure out what's going on and to raid a place and get these 2 dudes captured. But here in the U.S., we got some fucking 20-year-old, greasy-haired, local yokel, a fucking army crawling on the roof of some fucking pole barn, taking a pot shot at Trump, and we don't even lift one finger. Go back even further, 9/11, months before. Hey, an attack is imminent. What do? Nothing. Assholes. The authorities heard through the grapevine that these 2 were planning an attack. And they sure as shit were. God damn. The details are coming out now about what these 2 were going to do. They planned to drive a bomb-laden car into the crowd and just start wasting people. They even had jobs. They had just been hired as security for the venue. 19-year-old, 17-year-old, drive a bomb-filled car into the crowd and kill as many people as possible. Just been hired to work security by the venue. Two men, 19 and 17, taken into custody on Wednesday. They ended up canceling all the concerts, the 3 sold-out shows. They were radicalized online by ISIS, self-made explosives, and machetes. So I don't know if they were going to drive into the crowd and then get out and then just start laying waste to people with fucking machetes. The alleged ringleader is a 19-year-old Austrian with North Macedonian roots, had chemical substances and technical devices stashed inside his home when it was raided by the authorities. He had allegedly also made progress in building the bomb that he planned to strap to the car. The second suspect is a 17-year-old Austrian citizen with Turkish and Croatian roots, was nabbed by special police forces near the stadium where the concerts were supposed to take place during this week. Second suspect had only just been employed a few days ago by a company providing services at the venue. The pair had displayed noticeable changes in their behavior in the lead up to the arrests. According to authorities, the older teen had quit his job late July, told people he had something big planned, while the 17-year-old recently broke up with his girlfriend. The pair had also made contact with others who were apparently aware of terror plot plans. A 15-year-old was also taken into custody for questioning. Both older suspects had been under surveillance by Austrian authorities. They were known risks before the arrest. They found extensive material related to ISIS and Al-Qaeda during a raid at the second suspect's home. The second suspect, who cops say fully confessed to the attack after his arrest, had recently sworn allegiance to Islam. My God, they know a lot of shit here. Do they have like RICO over there in Vienna, Austria? They said the older suspect was clearly radicalized in the direction of the Islamic State and thinks it is right to kill infidels. Yeah, that's probably the most dangerous thing about these wackos. They would be happy to end their lives in the name of Islam, which makes them incredibly dangerous. I was a little off. The shows were expected to draw 200,000 people Thursday to Saturday. They're not sure which day the attack was thwarted. Tragedy prevented. My God. So the Swifties now have to regroup. Unbelievable. Just when you think ISIS, I mean, when was the last time we heard about anything ISIS related? And how easy is it to have just looking at a website radicalize you? Unbelievable. So that's the end of that. Thank God that they busted it, because that would have been like horrible. Fans, no doubt, would probably be worried about Taylor herself. But I don't think that was the case. I mean, she's not like milling with the crowd. I think she's fine. Today is also a day that we look back on this moment in history. Mr. Democracy Manifest. You're like, what? I had never heard this whole thing. I'd only heard one clip from this. When the guy, and I've only heard audio, I've never seen video, of guy saying, "Get your hands off my penis." This goes back. In the early 90s, some guy that no one knows was arrested for he would do like he'd eat food at a restaurant and then he'd use a bogus credit card and get the money for free and then he'd leave. Well, he was finally apprehended on some day in 1991. And some journalist happened to shoot footage of the arrest, and the guy was a real talker when he got arrested. So the video became viral. A little bit more on this before I play the actual footage. Democracy Manifest, October 1991, Australian news segment. And so the video shows the anonymous gentleman be arrested by Australian police. He's having this soliloquy as they put him into the car. The video was made in October of 91, but it was not uploaded onto the internet until 2009. From there, it went viral. And then a mystery developed. Who is the guy? Who is he? Later identified as a man named Jack Carlson, who had been a serial prison escapee and lived a life of petty crimes. That's it. Some band figured out who that was and put him into a fucking video. Hey, friends, it's your pal EZ with my latest and greatest marketing partner, Mint Mobile. I know a lot of you have been through the ringer when it comes to costs with big wireless. As you know, what you see is never what you get. You ever have that happen where you get in there and you're like, okay, they're like, you're going to get this, this, and this, and this, and then you pay us this. And you go, oh, yeah. And then, like, you get the bill and you're like, what the hell just happened? It's like bait and switch. And then you call in and you realize that you're screwed. So you're like, oh, my God, I might as well just keep overpaying for this. Never again. Enter Mint Mobile. You never have to worry about the gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says $15 a month, when you purchase a 3-month plan, they mean it. I've done this. You should too. Say bye-bye to the overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to the rescue with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. My God! To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/Zane. mintmobile.com/Zane. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month and give the other guys the big heave-ho. mintmobile.com/Zane. All right, fine print time. $45 upfront payment required. That's equivalent to the $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speeds slower above 40 gigs on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. Well, he just died. And the only thing interesting about this guy is this video. It's fantastic. This is Mr. Democracy Manifest.
You just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
Come on.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Oh.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what
Listen, get in the fucking car.
reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one.
Why aren't they bashing his brains in? What? He fucking push his fucking fat ass in there.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
No, we've only got one.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So just get him in the car.
One cup, look. Laban.
Jesus Christ. So he's dead. I indulge me, please. I want to watch it all again because I love the way this guy talks.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Get some cups.
Why did you do this to me?
Hop in the car. Get some cups.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off there.
No, we've only got one.
Ta-ta and farewell.
So just get him in the car.
I need more of this. I need more. I need to see him when he's getting fingerprinted, and then he's in prison, probably getting boned forcibly. When I said, why aren't they beating this guy? Mason Blue 27 said, because he's white. Rebecca says, why is he talking like that? I don't know. My God. Bad reference alert. He talks like Matt Berry's character in The IT Crowd. Okay, I'll have to take your word for it. I have not seen that. Are you looking to receive my limp penis? Oh, that is spectacular. Well, anyway, that guy fucking died. Mr. Democracy Manifest has died. Jack Carlson was 82. He is only known for being a thief and that video right there. Died of prostate cancer yesterday. In 2023, true crime author Mark Doppin published a biography of the guy titled Carnage, a Succulent Chinese Meal. Mr. Rent-A-Kill and the Australian Manson Murders. He interviewed Carlson and followed leads to other crimes and criminals. Okay. My God. More crime news. Nelly, it's getting hot in here. Arrested yesterday. I guess Nelly was at the casino doing his thing Wednesday morning in Maryland Heights, Missouri. And I guess he won like quite a bit of money. They pulled him over as he drove away. Okay. Either that or they found this out when they were doing a background check. I guess when you win a bunch of money. What? I guess. His name is Cornell I. Hayes Jr. He had a warrant out for his arrest for a 2018 something, and that was it. Nelly's attorney released a statement saying his client was at the casino where he frequently visits and entertains at its amphitheater, and he won several jackpots. An officer who usually supervises the money transfer also ran a check for warrants. So I guess that's something they do. A background check is mandated when a player wins over a certain amount. That's weird. Yeah, you just won $100,000, but we got to see if you're wanted. The attorney denies that it is mandated, noting that Nelly had won larger amounts of cash a week ago with no background checks. A release from the cops states that the initial patrol contact with Nelly was during an identification verification in accordance with the Gaming Commission. So he wasn't driving. Then they discovered that he had a warrant because he was driving with no proof of insurance back in 2018. So like, okay, here we go. 2018, no proof of insurance. You're Nelly. You're ultra famous. You're going to jail. What a crock of shit. They handcuffed him, conducted a search, and he had a few Molly. How do I say it? He had Molly on him. 4 pills. Is Molly the same thing as ecstasy? I don't know. MSHP. Some of you that are drug addicts might be able to answer this for me. Ecstasy. Under similar circumstances, the attorney writes, assuming there was an old warrant without any notice to the individual for no proof of insurance, any other citizen would have been told to address it and be allowed to go on their way. He might be right. It is also important to note that Nelly, as part of the requirements to travel internationally, is regularly asked to supply proof of no warrants, including FBI checks. There were none. So does that make it right that he has ecstasy? No, but who gives a fuck? I mean, seriously. Attorney says, I am 100% confident this case will go nowhere, and we will be asking for an inquiry into this officer's conduct. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we all know what's going on here. This is a black guy, won a ton of money, and a white guy, some racist fuck, is giving him a hard time. That's what's happening here. Nelly's lucky he escaped without getting shot. I mean, Nelly is a goddamn treasure to America, to the world. And any motherfucker who gets in the way of that is a goddamn racist. Proof of insurance and 4 ecstasy pills? Fuck you. He was transported to the police station, released a short time later. Poor guy fucking wins all this money. He's probably going to give a bunch of it to charity, get some bitches. I don't know. Who gives a fuck what he's going to do with it? And you assholes fuck it all up. Let's see. Not his first run-in with the law. In 2015, he was arrested after drugs were allegedly found on his tour bus in Tennessee. Whatever. Pleaded guilty to misdemeanor marijuana and drug paraphernalia possession. I mean, come on. The following year, he was hit with a tax lien. He owed more than $2 million to the IRS. You're not going to win that one. You are not going to win that, my friend. Rebecca laughs at me calling Nelly a treasure. Oh, get the fuck out of here. He absolutely is. If you are at any event, let's say it's a wedding, and the wedding, the party sucks, and they play Hot in Here, holy shit, it's on. It is on, without a doubt. That's a fantastic song. Everybody loves that fucking song. Tyler writes, probably a way for the casino to say, oh, you can't win that much money because you're wanted. Tough luck. Is Nelly the one that sings that song, Apple Bottom Pants and the Boots with the Fur? She hit the flow and then some more. Shawty got low, 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 low. Is that Nelly? Oh, no, I got that wrong. That's Flo Rida. That doesn't matter. He's the treasure, too. That guy's fucking great. Shows you how much I know. I don't know shit. Is Joe Martinez in here? No, he's not. Okay. Chris says, no, Grandpa. Shut up. Mason Blue 27 says Air Force Ones. Is that one of the lyrics in the song, Air Force Ones? What are Air Force Ones? I don't know. Shit, it's embarrassing. You know what I've noticed is whenever there is like one of these music festivals and they list the acts, and I don't know even one of them. Not a one. And like Lollapalooza. And they like listed the acts. And I'm like, I don't even know anyone. How are they popular? Because they don't get played on the radio. Most of them. Yet another example that you don't really need the radio. There's an event that Q100 is promoting, giving away tickets for right now, and it's the same thing. I don't know any of the acts. Several great cracks, including Chris D., who writes, "Those are shoes, Grandpa Zane." Jeremy writes, "Time to get Grandpa off the bed for a nap." Corey says songs get popular through TikTok and YouTube now. Yes. Chris continues, "Coming from a man on Twitch. How are they so popular?" Quote, "as I stream from the internet." Yeah, it's pretty evident that I'm a fucking clueless. Okay. Yeah, I may be the most fossilized person on Twitch. I think that's pretty clear. Harbaugh. So let's say Harbaugh flakes out with the Los Angeles Chargers and decides to come back to college football. Let's just say Michigan. Comes back to Michigan. He is not allowed to speak to any college recruits until 2028. I think that I've been getting bits and pieces of the story. Everybody seems to think they know what the fuck is going on, so I'm no different. And I don't think he's going to be able to actually coach a game for one full year. Now, I don't care about Harbaugh, and I don't care about Michigan. My take on the whole thing is Harbaugh is annoying because I feel he cheated his ass off and acts like he didn't. And Michigan won all those games in part because they cheated. So I don't like that. I was rooting for everyone against Michigan. And then after everything was exposed, they went ahead and kicked everybody else's ass and won the whole goddamn thing. And that's annoying. Michigan fan typically is a pain in the ass. And the annoyance level, some of the most stuck up, annoying fans on the planet. Period. But I still think that this is a Trump-level witch hunt that's going on here. I'd look at the timing of this. They could have probably have done this months ago. But I think college football or whoever is in charge of this, whether it be the NCAA or the Big Ten, I think they hate Michigan. Thus, right before the season is getting ready to get going, fans are lining up, getting ready to cheer on their team. All of this shit happens. So I question the timing of this. At the end of the day, yeah, whatever. But I think that they could have done something a long time ago. It doesn't mean he didn't do it. Doesn't mean he shouldn't be punished. But it's just weird to me. So now Harbaugh, that I don't know if that would necessarily mean that let's say 1 year goes by and he serves a suspension, and he'll probably end up back in college football at some. He's going to get bored again. I mean, this guy has ADHD through the fucking roof. Show up and continue throughout the day with his, an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, all that nonsense. Wind up back in college football and probably do very well. I think when it comes to coaching, I think there is no better example. He has potential, Jim Harbaugh does, to be the greatest coach in the history of sports. Okay? Why? Success at San Jose State. Success at Stanford. Success with the 49ers. Success with Michigan. Everywhere he goes, he's won. Took a little while at Michigan, and there was a time that his head was on the block. But he finally got over the hump, and now nobody remembers the tough years. They just remember him kicking Ohio State's ass for 3 years in a row? And winning a national championship. If he has success to the highest level with the LA Chargers, you can say that he is the greatest coach in sports history. Now, I know radio voice Linda here is going to say, no. What about Nick Saban? And that's a very valid argument, in my opinion. But one team. Yeah, I know, LSU. But to me, if Harbaugh gets the success in the NFL to the highest level, that makes him superior. That's what I'm saying. It's close, and it's not yet. I think you'd have to consider Vince Lombardi, Belichick in that conversation, Nick Saban, and Harbaugh. I don't know about any other sports because I don't give a shit. Kyle says Nick Saban as the Dolphins coach. Yeah, he was a pile of shit there. Linda says Bill Belichick is greatest in the NFL. Well, hold on a second. It's never really been established that, he had Tom Brady. And when he didn't have Tom Brady, he wasn't so good. Remember, Bill Belichick was shown the door. All right? And he's not in football right now. If he was so great, he'd be coaching, and all he's doing now is porking some child. So don't give me that shit, Bill Belichick. The jury's out on that. He would have to win somewhere else. So I can't, in my opinion, his legacy was ruined or tarnished to some degree because of he didn't do shit after Brady left. You know I'm right in everything I'm saying. This is all legit. I don't even like Harbaugh, but he still has an opportunity to be the greatest of all time. You are like, you love Bill Belichick, or I should say Nick Saban. You love him so much. So, I don't, of course you're really biased. I'm not biased. I don't have a dog in the fight. It's just my opinion, and it's right. But I am really anxious to see how Harbaugh does in the pros. I think it'll be very interesting. That is a great storyline to me. But Saban could be if he wanted to, says Mason Blue 27. I don't know if you're being serious there. You look at what Saban did, and then he said, I'm getting out of the game because name, image, likeness has ruined the sport. It's like, hold on a minute. If anything, name, image, likeness has leveled the playing field. You've been doing name, image, likeness since when you got into coaching at Alabama. So don't act like the name, image, likeness is something new. Come on now. He cheats just as much as everybody else cheated. He probably started to suck, realized the game had passed him by, he wanted to retire. Corey says college football players were basically slave labor before. Oh, I know. So bad. Yeah, come to Penn State where you'll get, you might get fondled and you get academics. You get free books and a free meal pass to the cafeteria. Bullshit. I love that athletes are getting paid now. It's fucking great. They should be. All right. Easy. I'm going to take a break. Go tinkle. And I'll be back with more. Don't go anywhere. Cow fade. Coach Belichick couldn't cash the checks GM Belichick was writing. He thought he was a master talent evaluator, but he just wasn't. His downfall was directly caused by his own ego. How do you think Belichick's doing with the child that he's dating? I forgot the name of the chick. It doesn't matter. That would just seem so... I mean, if you're dating someone like that, you should have to... It should be like the law that you have to give updates to the public about what's going on. Okay, for the folks on Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to leave it right there. Send you on your way. If you want the rest of the show, it's on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, or just download the Twitch app, search Eric Zane Live, and then you're in business. The oldest man on Twitch is right here. The audio of this show becomes the audio podcast, published in 2 parts. Wherever you download shows, please subscribe, rate, and review the show if you like it. Appreciate that. As Carl likes to do, give me 5 stars. And then say something about the show, good or bad, based on... actually, Carl says 5 stars and then shit on me in the comments. Thank you so much. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. X brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Thank you to them. All right, that is Act 1 of the podcast. Act 2 is available right after this one. Go check it out. What are you doing? Don't miss a second of it. Thank you so much.